Every time that I enter a space as a gender nonconforming person, I have to think about how I'm going to be misperceived. When you're gender nonconforming, you know that you will be misperceived, so you have to anticipate being misperceived. No matter how quote-unquote empowered you are, you don't have power in the society. And because you don't have power in the society, people are going to look at your appearance and they're going to reduce you to your appearance. Darling, my appearance is an accentuation of what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying, and my appearance is the punctuation. My appearance is the walking exclamation mark. The words come first. They're going to reduce you to your lipstick. They're going to reduce you to your outfit. They're going to reduce you to your hair. They're going to reduce you to your nails. They're going to reduce you to your aesthetic. And they're not going to take you seriously, and they're going to manipulate your words. And they're going to take your words and they're going to turn you into the trope of what they think that they already are. And that's what you have to navigate as a trans person, is people see us as tropes. They don't see us as people. No one wants to talk about the ramifications of speaking your truth. And the truth is, the ramifications of speaking your truth as a gender nonconforming person is you get punished for your truth. There's a direct correlation between how much we express ourselves and how much repression that we experience. And this is one of the paradoxes of being gender nonconforming, is that so often people tell us to be ourselves, and then you be yourself, and then they beat you up. And that just makes me feel so impossible so often, is that I'm up against literally years and decades and centuries of people being primed into thinking that I am a fool. Let's be clear, they give us visibility, but they don't give us power. They give us followers, but they don't give us infrastructure. They give us exposure, but they don't give us the means of production. That's the pitfalls of visibility, is everyone can see us being bashed, but they're not going to stop the bashing when they're getting the spoils of it. And I'm just feeling that really deep today. Just that deep sense of fear, of how difficult it is to constantly return to the world with my vulnerability, to return to the world with my transparency, to return to the world with my honesty, my integrity, and my creativity, when I know that I don't have the power. When you're gender nonconforming, you're never allowed to speak for the we, you're only allowed to speak for the me. We are isolated even in rhetoric and in language. That sense of alienation and isolation, of everyone seeing you but no one experiencing you. And that pain, that incredible pain that we have no vocabulary for because it's an invisible pain. Because masculinity is what validates and legitimizes what is real and what is not real. And pain associated with femininity is never seen as real. I can't live my truth yet because I'm afraid of violence. The people I love cannot exist yet because we are afraid of dying. Because the backlash is so great that we will be punished into oblivion. That no matter how far I am in my journey, I'm never going to have this kind of linear path of A to B. I'm always going to be approximating it. I find myself afraid of men. I find myself afraid of cis people. I find myself afraid of a world that misrecognizes me constantly. I find myself afraid for the people that I love. I find myself afraid for my sisters and my siblings. I find myself afraid because there's a direct correlation between how much we speak and how much we're silenced, because there's a direct correlation between our self-assertion and our annihilation. I find myself afraid because there's a direct correlation between the extension of our dignity and the ways in which they are inhumane. I find myself afraid because it's getting worse, and the violence, it compounds and it festers, and the wounds, they rip and they tear, and the blood, it compiles and it compiles until I cannot tell the difference between the wound and the mouth, and I'm speaking from a pain, and I can't even tell the difference between the pain and a breath, and I can't tell the last time that I wasn't in pain. I'm afraid because I have become conditioned to my own pain. This is a becoming, and I think if there's one word that the trans movement is a gift to the world, it is that of becoming. That we are saying to the world that everything and everyone is in the process of becoming. It was a hard day, and it's a hard life, and it's a hard body, and it's a hard existence, but I'm a yet. I'm becoming. I am going to try my best. Wow. Thanks so much for letting me articulate myself. I hope some of this vibed or resonated with some of you out there. I'm sending all of my regards, my compassion, and my gratitude to all of my trans sisters and gender nonconforming siblings out there. Thank you so much for your becoming. You give me permission to breathe, and you give me permission to exist. And you give me permission to keep going even when I'm most afraid.